morning book lovers, it's Malia. So today we're going to talk about Fairest, which is like 3.5 of the Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. And I actually really enjoyed this book. I didn't think I would because I was on a high off of Crest and I was like, oh, it's really small and it's Levana, so I don't really want to read it. But I'm very, very thankful I did for several reasons. First, okay, really cool artwork, and I'll show you more details. And I think that's so interesting because that's the first point, is you get to see more of Luna. In the first 3 books, you didn't really get to, you heard rumors and you heard stories about Luna, but no one really knew concrete evidence, or they didn't really see it for themselves. So it's really interesting to see what the community is like, how the people act there, what are the citizens, and what Luna is. And I really enjoyed that. Another thing is, even though you already knew what happened in the last 3 books, Marissa did an amazing job of making you feel so surprised. Like, you're like, oh, you already knew how Levana's life went before she met Cinder, and it was all surprising to you. You read it and you're like, oh my gosh, but then you're like, wait, I already knew that. Another thing is, it's very grotesque and vivid, haunting, gruesome, bloody than I was expecting. Like, the first page is about Levana in a fire. Like, she's engrossed in a fire. Her flesh is burning off. She can smell it. Her skin's peeling. I was like, that's the first page. And I was really interested off the first page, which is always a really great indicator that the book's gonna be amazing. The second thing is, I felt personally pity towards her. I felt like I should give her grace. It was so interesting because really villains are they just want to be loved, and they're just so misunderstood. And so what they do is they retaliate, they get revenge because they just crave that attention, that respect, but they just do it in the worst way possible. I mean, I felt sorry for Levana throughout the whole book. The next thing is, I read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And you can ask any millionaire if they've read that book, and they most likely have. It's an amazing book, and I feel like it's the foundation for success. So in that book, it talks about you need to find a goal. You need to find something that has your passion, and have that goal, manifest it, see it every day, become obsessed with it, and just continue to just think about it and think about it and think about it. And what actually starts to happen is ideas and opportunities arise that propel you towards that goal and towards success. And that's what happened with Levana, is she became obsessed with this goal. And so throughout her life, she kept thinking about it, and then opportunities arose for her to get that goal. And so I just thought it was really interesting to see that parallel, and to yet again be like, Napoleon, you're right. Again. So I highly recommend reading this book. It was a very interesting read, and you get to see the beautiful artwork on the inside. So this is kind of what November is looking like for me. It's just like a bunch of books that I'm excited to read, and that's not all that I'm gonna read, but those are just some of my favorites that I'm excited about. Oh, I didn't even do, well, I might as well.
This is the correct way to pour at a tilted angle. That way the beer does not overflow over the top. And voila, now I can enjoy my beverage.
Well, I'm gonna go enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed this video, and thank you for your time.